I often see fallout. So I want to give you examples of that. I, because I work a lot with search and rescue, and I work a lot with scent detection dogs, I have to tell you how often in that community where they are still using corrections on a regular basis sometimes, they use no reinforcement markers all the time. I see these happy, eager dogs who love to use their nose come in and they're learning with eagerness. And what I begin to see happen is they work around that environment more and more and more. And I want to remind you that most of these trainers use positive reinforcement. The dog makes a find, they get reinforced. But they do get a lot of corrections. No, stop, pull that dog away. For little things, for distractions, for a number of things. And when I see that happen, I see these dogs that start with this enthusiastic, I can't wait to work. And after a couple years, they're working. It's just, yes, I'll do it. Yes, I know, I'll get it done. And they find it. And the joy out of the job is gone. And I really see that connected to the use of those no reinforcement markers. I also have to tell you that I've worked in a lot of the not-for-profit world, and I've worked with a lot of volunteers. Children volunteers, college volunteers, adult volunteers, and they come to these organizations because they love the mission. They want to help. They want to do the work. And they're often put under the tutelage or guidance of some employee who is going to help them. And I've even seen in those places where those employees are pretty good at thanking the volunteer. Hey, you're doing a good job. Appreciate your working today. Thanks so much for coming. But interspersed within all of that, there's a, nope, that's not quite right. No, you need to change that. Nope, you need to do it again. And what you find is so many of those volunteers who were so eager to come and work for that organization and give their time for free, their thrill of doing the job is lost because they were just told no so many times. It wasn't that you can't guide a learner to a better response, but oftentimes, because I've managed in many of those organizations, I've seen the thrill of the volunteer position lost because of that. I got to remind you, this is me as a kid when I was